to that place. And even though you may be aging, you may be growing older, but your soul is still at the 8-year-old stage until you get healed. And see, and that's why God wants us to understand that you can't be delivered unless you come to Him to deal with that situation. And then that's when we got to say, okay, why am I like this? What is the enemy's suggestion to me? So you got to begin to ask God, what is the patterns in my life that keeps me like this? What keeps me from not seeing the truth? Because subconsciously, if you don't want to see the truth about a thing, are you going to see it? Because what would it do? It's going to remind you back right here. And was this a fun place? It was a bad place. So I don't want to be reminded of this. So then now I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to acknowledge even that it happened, because it reminds me of a hurtful place. And so that's how we'll be in denial, because we're so comfortable being in bondage, so to speak. Look at this now. We comfortable being in bondage. But God said, because I'm bringing this up because I want to heal you. I want to deliver you. I'm ready to deal with it, and you ready to deal with it. You got to know that I'm ready to deal with it. That's why I'm bringing this situation up. But if you keep thinking about, well, I'm going to have to go back to what Daddy did. I don't want to go back to them. I don't want to go pull up those feelings. Now, what I'm telling God is, I like it where I'm at. Even though I'm in church and I'm saying I want to be delivered. Now you see what it looks like. What I'm saying is double-minded. Because I'm saying I want to be delivered, but yet I don't want to go back to this hurtful place. I don't want to bring up those memories. I don't want to talk about it. And see, and by me not wanting to talk about it, what I do now is I come into agreement with sabotage. And so now the enemy will stop me from growing in this place. He'll stop me where people around me will grow, and I see them go further than me because I choose not to deal with my issue. And it'll make you frustrated, and it'll make you feel like, you know what, they think they're better than everybody else. They thinking they this, and they thinking they that. And see, now you trying to make yourself comfortable when it's really you and not them. Because you didn't want to deal with Daddy with a choo-choo truck. Any questions? Because see, even here, he showed me that even here, our subconscious mind, it keeps the storage until it's ready to use it against you. Think about it. It's the subconscious mind. It's of the spirit or of the flesh. The flesh. So the Bible tells us, when we've been talking about dealing with the spirit, so the things of dealing with the spirit, then it says it's hostile to the things of God. So if it's hostile to the things of God, why would you think it's going to help you? So that means, so if our minds are not right, guess what? You're going to help the devil defeat you. Because we got to be able to be in a place to deal with us, because see, through the power of suggestion, you got to be willing to face the real you. Yeah, I got a big nose. Yeah, I got a dimple. Yeah, I got a mark from chicken pox. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to deal with you the way that it really is. Not seeing yourself as an illustration with all the makeup on. Now, when you put the makeup on, it's flawless. You know, you don't see no dimple. You don't see no nothing. We mask it. But see, when I take all the makeup off, now you see my imperfections. And he's saying, see, I want to see your imperfection, and you got to be able to say, these are my imperfections, and I got to deal with these imperfections because these things are a hindrance to my life. That's why you got so many people in church, and they jacked up, and they hurt, and they'll cut you, and they'll stab you, they speak witchcraft on you, and all these ugly things, because they do not want to deal with themselves or their childhood. Because they try to compensate. Oh, I got a 5-bedroom house. I got 3 cars. Oh, I got all the money. Oh, I ain't got to work. See, that don't compensate for what you dealt with when you was a child. And so we're trying to get stuff to equate, to cover up, to mask the stuff that we really went through. ooh, I'm blessed and highly favored. But then yet when people really talk to you, you're showing how jacked up you are. Or you don't want anybody to really see the real you, because the thing is, we're hiding behind things. We're hiding behind our suits and our bling bling and all our. I got 5 cars. I change a car every day of the week. Come on here. I got so much money. I don't know what to do with it. You got so much, and see, we're hiding behind those things because you really got insecurity. Because you're insecure because your mama chose your brother over you. Come on here. That's why you upset.
Talk about it.
But see, that realizing you want a lot of people around you because you know as a child you was always rejected. You know they didn't like you. You know they couldn't stand you. So you always hide around a lot of people and just say you're a people person. Really, when you're not a people person, you just doing that to make you feel good about yourself.
Oh my God, come on.
See how the power of suggestion is? Well, the enemy will put you good. And if you believe that lie, say you good. You fooling yourself. Okay, I'm good, and don't know you backsliding while you're in church.
Oh my God.
Saying you good. And see, that's what God said. You got to be really. If you're sick and tired, you got to be able to say, you know what? I am jacked up. This is what I got to deal with. Because see, we can't try to make it work. But that don't make sense to me. I don't understand how something in my childhood is affecting me. But what do little children look at? They look at their parents. They look at whoever raises them. That's just like we watched that movie, Temptation. Whichever, I think it was Temptation. But it was where the guy ended up abusing women because he seen somebody abuse his mama. The same thing that he seen somebody doing to his mama, he ended up being that person. Why? Because